welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my reviews for Jurassic Park, Lost World Jurassic Park and Jurassic Park 3 for doing these reviews for the upcoming Jurassic World Dominion, which is coming out this weekend. So let's jump straight in. So the first movie we're going to start off with, obviously, is Jurassic Park, the first one, the 1993 movie. What can I say that hasn't already been said about this movie? It's an absolute cracking blockbuster. It's one of my kind of earliest I love dinosaurs when I was younger. Like one of my memories of the cinema, earliest memories of the cinema, was at The Land Before Time. I remember that. I don't remember much more after that and all that, but I always remember going to see this movie. I used to have books, magazines, you name it, I had it. I used to have, the dinosaur toys for this as well. I'll tell you what dinosaur toys I used to have as well. Dino Riders, if you ever remember that. It is, but yeah, Jurassic Park is, a billionaire opens a park up where dinosaurs are the main attraction. So, and then through a guy trying to make a little bit of money on the side is trying to take some of the embryos of dinosaur embryos, or I'm not too sure what he's trying to take and all that. Shuts down the park so he can try to escape, and all hell breaks loose. It does. It's I absolutely love. I haven't got a bad word to say about this movie, to be honest. I think it's a perfect blockbuster. A real start for the CGI era. There was a few movies before this. I can't remember if Terminator 2 came out before this, but The Abyss and stuff like that. Young Sherlock Holmes done some CGI work in that as well. But yeah, obviously the movie is directed by Steven Spielberg, the legend it is, who's done cracking blockbusters before this. Obviously E.T., Jaws, etc. We all know what movies he does. It is movie stars Sam Neill as Dr. Alan Grant, Laura Dern as Ellie Sattler, Jeff Goldblum as Malcolm, Richard Attenborough, the late great Richard Attenborough as Hammond. It is Samuel Jackson was in this movie. It had a few little stars, some stars in it. And there's Wayne Knight, there's Needry, who's the guy who causes all the mayhem. It is brilliant acting all the way around. Didn't know much about Sam Neill, but interesting choice to have him in this movie. And I think all the actors knock it out the park. It does vary, goes a bit different from the novel by Michael Crichton. It does, but it's like David Attenborough's Hammond is a bit more of an arsehole in the book, if I'm not mistaken. And like the lawyer is a bit more of a not so much a coward and all that in the book as well. Yeah, so sort of things change. I think Malcolm, Jeff Goldblum's character, dies in the book, or he goes into a coma in the book as well. So yeah, they do kind of go away from the book a little bit, but I think for the best. It is the dinosaurs they do concentrate on are kind of like the popular ones. Fair enough, the velociraptors were never supposed to be that big in real life, supposedly. They're more like chicken size, they were. But yeah, T-Rex, arguably the most popular dinosaur there is, the Brontosaurus or ones like that. And you had a Triceratops in it as well. They're the most popular ones for things. So I understand them being in the movie. It is. Like I said, the direction's absolutely brilliant for this. Cinematography. We got to talk about the music. John Williams, the great John Williams. I don't think there's a composer out there that has as many iconic scores as he does in movies. He has so many. It's unbelievable. It is. But yeah, absolutely amazing. Like I said, if I really wanted to nitpick, I probably could for this movie and all that. Like, I still think the CGI holds up in this movie. It's not the lighter scenes you can see the CGI, and obviously when you first see the Brontosaurus and all that, because it's light and all that, But I rewatched this movie not long ago and the T-Rex scene in the dark is still arguably some of the best CGI, and it's still better than some of the crap I've seen these days and all that. Don't get me started on Halo. I just finished watching that series. Absolute dog shit CGI in that. It is absolutely shocking. It is. But yeah, absolutely brilliant it is. But yeah, nothing more I can really say. For me, it's as close to nearly a 10 out of 10 movie. But obviously I'm not going to give it, because I do have a couple of nitpicks obviously, but nothing I'm really that would give it a lower score. It's easily a good 9.5 out of 10 it is for this movie. So the next one on the list is The Lost World Jurassic Park. So this came out 4 years after the viewing, 1997, and I remember seeing this in the cinema again. It's a bit of a drop off from the first movie, unfortunately, quality wise, or at least not quality as in the filmmaking and all, and the CGI. Obviously CGI is a bit better. It is, seems it's a few years later, a bit more advancement. It is. The animatronics, which I failed to mention in the first movie, are still top notch as well. Absolutely amazing. You know, the acting in this is really good. You know, Vince Vaughn's in this movie and he pulls in a good performance. It is. Jeff Goldblum returns as Ian Malcolm. Julia Moore, Sarah Harding, who is Jeff Goldblum's girlfriend. It is. Ian Malcolm has a daughter in this one, Vanessa Chester, Kelly Curtis. It is. There's a few more actors in this one. Pete Postlethwaite, if I've said that wrong, apologies. And like I said, Vince Vaughn, Richard Attenborough's back in this one. Peter Stormare, you might have recognised him in a few movies. Richard Scheif is in loads as well. You know him if you see him. But yeah, the again, this movie, like I said, the Richard Attenborough's character Hammond is losing control of his business, of the thing for the dinosaurs. So his like nephew, I think, who is Arliss Howard, Peter Ludlow in the movie, is trying to get capture the dinosaurs and bring them over to. I honestly can't remember if it's San Diego or San Francisco. I'm pretty sure it's San Diego. But yeah, he goes to Site B where they kept all the dinosaurs, you know, breeding them over that way or putting them over there, herding them over there before they bring them over to the park, which was Site A. So Jeff Goldblum's gets roped into going over to Site B because his girlfriend Sarah Harding's over there, who's a photographer. They want to get evidence that these animals can thrive on their own and all, and they don't need human interaction. So they get over there. Obviously, they kind of, you got the Roland Temple, who is the Pete Postlethwaite character. He's the head of the hunting group. He wants to kill a T-Rex, so he captures the little baby T-Rex of the parents, and you know, leaves him there to, you know, lure the T-Rexes in. But obviously Sarah Hardy finds him with Vince Vaughn, Victor Van Owen. So they take him back to where their base of operations and the T-Rexes come. Kind of all hell breaks loose, to be honest, and they're all stranded and need to find a radio to get them back to the main, get them safe, get them rescued. So by the time all that finishes, one of the T-Rexes gets captured. They have a big run-in with velociraptors in the long grass and that, so you have another one of them little things similar to the first movie. But then we jump to the city in San Diego. I'm pretty sure it's San Diego. I'm going to be saying that quite a lot now. Where they've got a nice little, they've taken the baby T-Rex, so they're shipping over the adult one. He breaks out of the ship and runs amok around the thing. So they're trying to, so you get Jeff Goldblum, Ian Malcolm and Sarah Hardy and trying to get the T-Rexes back on the ship so they can take them back to the Site B island. It is. But yeah, this movie overall, the story wasn't the best. I do prefer like, I don't mind it overall. I think it's all pretty good, but some of the same beats where it's the Velociraptors and the T-Rex again, and that's why I kind of like Jurassic Park 3 when I go into it. They use a different main dinosaur and that. So, but yeah, it's the story's not as strong as the first one. The acting's great. I got no problem with the acting. I think you get the new star, you get the new Arsehole, as in Arliss Howard or Peter Ludlow. You know, he's a guy you want to hate and you want to see die, you know, die so badly in the movie, and he does get a good little death. He does. The music by John Williams is still brilliant. The direction's great as usual by Steven Spielberg. You know, the story's kind of the down point of it. Having the same Velociraptors and T-Rex as the main thing, but you know, main dinosaurs in it again. They do add a couple of more, like Stegosaurus, and I can't remember what the little ones are called, but they do bring a couple more into this and that. They do, especially when they're on the hunt, and not on the hunt, but capturing all these ones, and the one with the hard head. I forgot the name of that one as well. But yeah, it's a good installment. Like I like the original trilogy. I think it's a really good trilogy. So, but yeah, a couple of things, but story mainly for this, and yeah, taking it to San Diego with the T-Rex running amok. It's enjoyable, but didn't really need to have that. I don't think it ain't. But yeah, I give this one easily. I give this one an 8 out of 10. I'm not going to give it too bad. I still enjoy it. I'm probably going to rewatch it again before Jurassic World Dominion. But so yeah, easily 8 out of 10. So on to the third movie now, Jurassic Park 3. So this one's kind of the black sheep of the first three movies. Not many people like this movie. I actually really enjoy this movie, and I might be on my own on this one and slaughtering my reputation, but I actually prefer this one to the second one. I actually rewatch this one more than I do the second one. It's directed by Joe Johnston, who did Captain America, The First Avenger, Rocketeer, Jumanji, The Wolfman. He did after this movie. So I think they got a pretty good director there of directing the action and having a fun movie. So the movie brings back Sam Neill. So William H. Macy's in this as well. Tia Leone, is it? I think that's it. She's in it. Alessandro Nivora, who is Sam Neill's new assistant. You get a nice little cameo with Laura Dern, comes back into it a little bit. Oh, Tia Leone, yeah, she's in it. So yeah, it's a very thing. So this movie is the Kirbys, who is William H. Macy and Tia Leone's kid, gets lost on Site B Island. So he's with Tia Leone's new husband or boyfriend, it is. So they're paragliding off a thing near the island. They go through a bit of fog, and the people on the boat are dead. All you see is blood and all that. So they escape onto the thing. So they kind of pretend to pay. Say, oh look, we'll pay Dr. Alan Grant. We'll pay a load of thing for your grants and all that for keep on digging and that, if you help us out on thing. But they realise by the time they get on site on the island, they're on Site B. Alan Grant's never been on Site B. He was on the first island. So we get that. But we are introduced to a new dinosaur in this, which is the Spinosaurus, which attacks them pretty early. Has a nice little quick fight with a T-Rex, kills the T-Rex. And then the movie ends finding the kid. They're all split up by that point then with the raptors. Raptors are back into it and that. So they split them up. Alan Grant finds the kid, and it's them getting back together and trying to get off the island. Signal somehow to get off the island. So yeah, I like the action in this one. Like I said, I don't know if it's because my tastes are a little bit different, but I actually prefer this to the second one. It's probably not as well made as the first two, obviously because of Steven Spielberg and that. But I think Joe Johnston's a very good director. He does some very exciting movies, some good action adventure movies and all that. And I do enjoy most of his movies he brings out. It is. The acting in it is really good as well. W.H. Macy, Tia Leone's character is a very bit annoying in this movie, but you've got to understand it from her point of view. She's lost her son, she's trying to get him back, and as any means necessary. It is. You do have a couple of hunters in it and all that, but they're all kind of picked off pretty early in the movie as well. It is, but like, don't get me wrong. This is going to have a lower score than Lost World Jurassic Park, because I honestly think, because the ending of this movie is kind of crap. It is. It's not very good at all. It ain't. So, you know, they make the raptors out to be, they're pretty smart in the first two movies, but they make them really smart in this one. Some of them has feathers and all that, which they're trying to think that raptors were dinosaurs are descendants from birds and stuff like that. So something a little bit different. You get the pterodactyls. Pterodactyls get a big scene in this movie as well, and right at the end of the movie, obviously, as well. It is. But yeah, the big star of this movie, I think, is the Spinosaurus. I think it's a brilliant addition to the movie myself. It is. And yeah, I think it's up there with the T-Rex as one of my favourite dinosaurs in these movies, and I pity we didn't see more of it in the new movies. It is. I don't know if we'll see it in the thing, because I know that Gigantosaurus is in the new movie, which is the biggest carnivore that ever roamed the earth, supposedly. It is. So, but yeah, it's I do like it. Yeah, some of the acting is a bit ropey in this one, but the action scenes and all that are great. And yeah, the biggest downfall for this movie is the ending. The ending is kind of abrupt. It is, and like just kind of ends really in that. But there is one funny scene in this movie, and I know some people probably don't like this, but I think when Alan Grant's sleeping on the plane going over, and he kind of dreams that his assistant saying Alan, and when he looks up and all that, it's a velociraptor. So that's a funny scene in it. But yeah, I'll give this one's a good 7 out of 10. It is. Yeah, I prefer this one to the Lost World, but because the CGI is a lot better in this as well, because obviously it progresses and that, and the animatronics are great. But yeah, the story's really poor in this and that. So that's why I prefer it to the Lost World. Kind of contradicting myself a little bit, but that's why I prefer this. But I prefer watching this one over the Lost World. It is. So yeah, 7 out of 10 for this one. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below and tell me what you think of the Jurassic Park trilogy, the original trilogy. And if you'd like to see more videos, I guess, please subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you next time. Bye.